I'm standing at the entrance to the Anabaptist Cave, which is just above Switzerland and Zurich, and was a secret meeting place for the Anabaptists. Why did they have to meet in secret? It's because the Anabaptists were harassed, persecuted, and even martyred by almost every other Christian group. They were opposed by the Catholics and the Lutherans and the Calvinists because the Anabaptists had rediscovered the biblical truth that baptism is not for infants, but only for believers. Also, they taught the separation of church and state to the extent that they would not take vows of allegiance to a city or a state, nor would they take up arms to fight. And so for many of the other groups, the Anabaptists seemed treasonous. Luther and Zwingli and Calvin, when they started their reform movements, they wedded their reform movements to the state. That is, they depended upon the state to establish and maintain their reformations. That's why we call them magisterial reformers, those who depend upon the magistrate, whether it was the German nobility, the Zurich City Council, or the Geneva City Council. But when the Anabaptists rose up and said they would not obey the state any longer in matters of religion, they first began by baptizing themselves as believers. And that baptism was just as dramatic, just as church-changing as Luther's nailing the 95 Theses on the door, because this was the beginning of the free church, the believing church. And as a result, they had to go into hiding in many places. Now, amazingly enough, the Anabaptist movement grew rapidly, and it thrived in spite of the persecution because they were teaching their converts that salvation does not come from being baptized as an infant. It's more than just membership in the church that is forced upon you as an infant. Instead, this was a volitional commitment of one's life to Jesus Christ as Savior and Lord. So, when they worshiped, many of them came up to this secret cave. They would worship inside, they would sing and teach and preach. The sound of the waterfall would mask their voices so that they could hide more readily here. So recently, when this cave was discovered, this came to be a place of pilgrimage. For those of us in the free church movement can come and experience the quiet, the solitude, the reverence that comes from a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I've been inspired to come here and to be a part of the history of the Anabaptists, the free church, the believing church.